my cuties, what's up? We're back with some more of the daily N.O.D.E, and today we should be doing some just like random bone parts. I think rib cage, maybe some other bones, just like a normal bone, maybe a spine if I'm feeling up for that today, since we need more bone parts to go with our skull from before. Of course, I should have imported the skull from yesterday into this because I need the texture from that. So I might just do that now. So let me come right back. I would have just copied and pasted the skull from yesterday into here. I'll put it over here instead. If you did not see that video yesterday, go and watch that, of course, because that is tangentially related to this, and I'm going to be stealing the texture from this to use on the bone, so I don't have to make a new texture myself. Again, you know, I've already shown how to, well, shown in quotations, how to make that texture, so go watch that. For you can see I have the word punk written up here in a collection. That's because that skull I used as a reference for the new, better topology skull here was part of an entire skeleton that I made like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I don't know how long ago. Let's say like 8+ years ago. Which looks like this. I mean, it's perfectly like a perfect anatomy-based skeleton, I believe. Because I used a 3D rendered, like 360-degree view of a skeleton that you can look up online for, like, I don't know, science stuff. So I used that and tried to mimic the look of it here. So, I mean, some of the stuff I didn't feel like making feet, which is what has these boots. A bunch of chokers and spiked bracelets and stuff are all over the place. And then, of course, the studs. Spiked studs in the head there. As well, but yeah, this was like the original skull there. But again, the topology on this is horrendous. So we have to make a new thing with better topology. And I think, actually, what maybe you want to do this is that I feel like you can actually really easily get this shape out of like just a UV sphere. You just need enough space. So you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 technically, and you just have to figure out how to shape it like that. So let's see, let's add a UV sphere with a, okay, not necessarily that way. Yeah, with enough segments this way. 20 maybe, 22 might be fine. I don't think, but I don't know if this actually is going to be good. Let's go to 24 perhaps, and just like try to look at that. Let's go ahead and edit this. I'm just gonna take the top of this, Control P a couple times maybe, cut the vertices off of that, and then that's fine. Is this perfectly centered? Not really, so we have to take basically, you know, like that as the center. So we're gonna go ahead and just take that and remove the faces there, and come down here, and we still need to remove these as well. There we go. Using a new mouse today. It's a bit heavy, like a bit heavy. It's like really heavy, and the click in on the scroller is a bit, it takes a bit of force to click it down, so I don't know if I really like that. It's cool otherwise though, if you just forget about how heavy the thing is and the hard to move click because you need to use your middle mouse button. You need to hold it down to do stuff like this. So it's not really, I would say this mouse is not really good for 3D modeling, question mark. Anyways, so we need to keep the center, question mark. So then also we need the top. So let's just keep the top as well. So I'll keep that. Then we'll remove this, right? Or not that. We'll keep that. And this gets spaced. Right, so that's not space. You know you want that. And then that, and then you just keep going. Like that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Barely made it. Question mark. The little bit there is actually fine. And the back of this technically would be not filled in. I need to look at the spine of this. Is the spine its own thing? Yeah, it is. You see, that doesn't actually connect to anything. They just float there out of the vertebrae. I can edit this. So we can maybe remove all of that. That's not what I want to do. I wanted to add that. Kill the faces on them. Well, let's go ahead and apply that. Then add a solidify. I'm just gonna come here. Then mesh normals, recalculate side mesh normals set from faces. Make sure nothing's weird. Increase the size of the. Just subdivide everything. Okay, now we're just gonna select everything, and I was gonna say to scale it down, but technically I don't really need to do that. Well then, subdividing it really added a lot of faces. I'm gonna, whoops, I'm gonna just undo that subdivide and just add it. Naturally, there we go, add, generate, subdivision. Add it after the fact rather than during. Yeah, that's better. Move you up to there. Scale you down. I'm only scaling it down over here just so I can have it referenced to that. The scale gets reset. We need to maybe lower the solidify on that. Probably are going to go a little bit more editing. The scale on the Y. Now we can just sculpt. Now you would just have a actual maybe picture, a side profile of a skeleton here if you wanted to use something like as like a reference, deep reference here. This also doesn't need to be perfect, right? It just needs to be moving. Also, this is actually an issue. You know what? We don't need all these bracelets. It's just stuff that's taking up space. Jaw, don't need that. We don't really need a skull because we already made that. Pelvis, I don't think I'm going to do because that's too complicated. But I'll leave it for now. Arms. Shoulder blades, shoes, those can go. I think I can maybe keep that. It's still trying to be wonky. I need this to be mirrored as well. Oof. Yeah, I had to like re-add all that stuff because I didn't have mirror mode turned on. So I had to rewind all the way back to where before I was doing anything there. Scale on the Y. There we go. Let's just go back and kill this stuff again. Oh, I got rid of the collarbone, don't want to get rid of that. Then the shoes and the eyes, and the skull, and then the jaw as well. There we go, and then that should be fine. We'll grab this. And then turn sculpting on. And then X, you need it to be turned on. I don't plan on actually like trying to make this be perfect either, by the way. Because we can just do this real quick, right? Because it's just supposed to be fast. Oh, you know, I never removed my thing off the camera. There we go. I had my face covered up so the model couldn't see me. Let's just pull this down. Start trying to forge that look. I think I need the spine to go away. The shoulder blades. You know what? We don't need the shoulder blades. I'm not going to be making those. The arms, so I can see what I'm looking at. The hands as well. Where are the legs at? I didn't delete the legs, did I? Upper arm. Oh, they're there. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, this needs to be up there. And we can just keep this looking all gross, right? Because it doesn't really matter. By gross, I mean like not straight lines. It doesn't need to be straight. Just keep pulling this down whilst pulling this up. It's weird how like fat the things were getting there, getting stretched out like that. Is that, that's supposed to be that one. Okay, there we go. This stuff should be like higher up. Okay, it's just a matter of now fixing that, which it should be. Honestly, I should go into edit mode now and just remove all that, and then now we can apply a mirror again. Does the mirror go first or afterwards? I think if you do it too late, it's not gonna act right. It has to be first. That clipping needs to be on as well. Cool. Now we need to sculpt this in a way to create this shape. So we need just a diagonal look to this. Of course, this will never look as good as this, right? Because of the fact that this is using dynamic topology, which we went over yesterday in the skull thing, the skull video. Oh yeah, this needs to be pulled up too. I didn't even think about that. Because that's doing something special. Oof. How do I imitate that now, actually? I kind of goofed up with that part. Because that is supposed to be raised and then lower down. I need to select everything inside of this. Select everything and then move this closer. I need to see the rib cage closer than that. And then we can go ahead and hide everything again till we just see the rib cage. The spine needs to be here. Okay, sculpt that. I think it would be probably better if I didn't do it like this. Aim it from the front, so let's lift that up. And this stuff is supposed to be going down and around. Might need to just, no, need to actually click the part in the front. Pull that down and in. Could just leave it like this and just have it look funny. But just not like that. Smooth needs to be way down. Here and go to edit, and then so where does this start? So go what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6, 7, and 8. Well, I guess it's just starting from 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Starting from 6. They're all connected, so 6. I guess I should have left these in then. Because technically I need to just grab this and fill, though. I hit the wrong button. Oops, didn't we do that? Okay, grab this and just start filling that in. Yeah, there we go. I guess I'm not that far, though. And then you come in there, and then you take this, and then you kill that base, like that. So that's doing that. But then you kind of need this to... let's go sculpt real quick. Take this, pull it forward, and then up. weird that that has that weird shape down there. What is that? Because it's like, why is it not together? Got one of the vertices there. Pull that up. Kind of need to pull all this up. Sculpts, and this needs to be smooth. Yeah, smoothing it causes that to pop out. Oh well. It's like these last two, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 7 should be the last thing on here, and these need to be blended down into that. So I think what you do is take this, there, kill those faces, so it's just that. So maybe one down. Then take these, kill those faces. But then come in here and fill that, right? Fill these in like that. And then just push it further if you need to. And that one seems fine, but then maybe one more here. Like that. And then you can come into sculpt and then pull this down and out of the way. This needs to be pulled down. Smooth it out first, actually. Let's come into edit mode. Grab this and pull that down, and then move this up like that. Go back to sculpt. Pull you in front. Then just keep smoothing this out. Doesn't need to be perfect, obviously, like I keep saying all the time. This, you can just move this down so it looked like I wasn't trying to cooperate. It'd be easier if I was using the graphics tablet too. I'm not using that right now. I'm doing it with the mouse. We do also obviously need to come here and inflate things here sometimes, but it doesn't want to, because I was using it for the blob with like a low radius, so it's like just attaching it to what I wanted it to. Weird that I didn't really do anything. They also don't need to look perfect either, because maybe this is just whatever freak creature's ribcage looks like. Doesn't need to be anatomically correct like the other one. I think this is, again, I used this off of a anatomically correct reference online, like a 360 reference online, so that's how I got it to look so good. plus using dynamic topology, which I'm not using because we want this to look as like waste as little what you call it as possible. Little resources as far as computing power goes. I can pull this down. The back is fine. I guess we could like take this and like pull if we want to. If it lets us. Then some of this needs to be like smoothed down. Oops, that did something here. They should be getting smaller the lower they go, not bigger. Oops. Don't know why this is the way it is. Grab that and pull on it. I kind of need subdivision to turn off so I can actually see what I'm doing. And like why it doesn't want to cooperate sometimes. It's because there's just like not enough vertices. So like I'm trying to grab onto something that doesn't exist. And turn that off as well. Just so we can see what's going on. This though is driving me freaking up the walls. It just refuses to stay clipped together, like freaking stay together. It's not that hard. We need to like boost it up too, right? Yeah, this needs to be boosted up. Wow, what is happening here? Jesus Christ. Again, sometimes it just is funky. Extrude that up. Try to grab all these and just scale them down. Scale on the Z. There we go. Some of them like this, they'll need to be like rotated back around so they're not crazy. Next, they're like messed up pretty badly there. Solidify back on, subdivision back on. You do kind of want some crazy smoothing here and there. That's why I'm just coming in here and just randomly moving the mouse all over the place to try to get just a bunch of weird shrinks in here and there. once again, this is not together properly. There we go. We do need to kind of lift this up. Do I just slice this down the middle to give it a little bit more? And then grab the center and pull that out like so. Sculpts, I need smooth to be stronger than this because it's not working. Also, you just hold shift when you're using any tool to apply the smooth tool. Like, smooth will always be activated whenever you hold shift, no matter what you're doing. Heck, why is it not shrinking this? This is just weird. My smooth like refuses to be applied to that. When I smooth, it just does that. Can I maybe crease? We'll force it to shrink, no? Reverse blob. No. And again, the stupid faces here aren't acting right. This should probably be underneath that, maybe. Shrink some stuff like really small, leave some stuff like really big. Just a blob to add that extra kick here and there. Smooth the rest of it down. Just come in here and like stroke there as well. That seems fine. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Go back to edit because this is once again deconnected. I'll just do that as well because I guess it wasn't connected again. Then you're going to go to edit, out of edit, going to apply the mirror. Shade smooth on that bad boy. Solidify on. Solidify still acting goofy. Because it's like, what are you doing? This is literally a pinpoint, so why are you getting so big like that? Oh, it's like going down like that? What? That's confusing. Let me just remove that for a second. And we'll leave that. Edit. Mesh normals. Set from faces. Maybe like recalculate outside again. Then normal set from faces. It's like weird that coming in and generating a solidify causes it to look like that. Instead of being sharp like it should be, because like where is that extra face coming from? I guess it's like that. Again, doesn't matter that much. maybe that should be flatter. When that is all. It's like a 0.5, 0.005. And then again, go back in there, sculpt, and then you just like go like just up and down everywhere. Yeah, this is not supposed to be like that high up there. This is actually supposed to be pretty bad. If I can get it to, yeah, increase itself, increase its size. Both of these actually. But now what is that? So I need to fix like this going around. It's actually not great anymore. Oh, that really got stretched out. Add some cuts to that. Probably have to cut this in half again. Same thing there. I was wondering why it didn't want to like shape correctly. So I wanted to come in here. It's not there. I'm gonna come over here and like just scale it up. But it's easier said than done with how this is all shaped. It's just all like goofed up now. It's the issue. Because what I could just like start over and like actually create a proper thing going around. But again, this really doesn't matter. It just needs to be good enough. It's just, this is so ugly. I don't know what happened with that. I think I might even just like get rid of that. Just because it looks so bad. Proportional editing to see if I can do something about that. Need to turn the control over. I don't know why it won't scale nicely, like any direction. I guess X there, X doesn't. just scaling it on the X. Move that to there. That's not what I clicked. I wanted to move it over here. Yeah, it just got like all wonky after moving it around. Actual point there to move that. Looks a bit better, except that it's like, missing. It's missing a bone here. So sorry about that noise. I'm spending more time on this than we should have been. And just keep extruding that out. I might just like leave it like that, like broken. Then of course we need to come over here and do this. Since we need to once again mirror this. The mirror needs to be above that. And the slip fight too, probably. I mean, above everything. Make sure that's connected. Same thing there. Yeah, it looks like that's all connected perfectly fine. This got like sunk in, though, out of nowhere. Like, what happened here? Just gonna buffer that out. Buffer you out. Granted, I hate what became of that now. Trying to do that. Like, what is happening with this shape here? That should be fine. Just this protrudes out like a lot. And now this isn't going down far enough. I think I'm just gonna like remove this. Just remove those vertices altogether. Trying to get that shape. solidify look like adding to that? It looks fine. And apply that now, and then we just have the subdivision doing its thing. And then we just like, okay, just say, okay, we don't care anymore. And let's go over here and go. Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta kill some orphans. Skull, probably. Yeah, it's using skull-1s. Skull-1. Come over here. Orphan data, purge. You need to purge these orphans. I've not turned on the render yet, so hopefully it doesn't end up screwing up. No, it's fine. Yeah, it looks fine. You have little cracks and whatnot in there. Of course, my computer is dying from trying to keep up with that, but it's okay. So go rib cage. Rib cage done. Get out of here. We need like a regular bone. So now like a leg. Let me try to do the leg first, and specifically this kind of bone here, minus this thing dangling off, just almost like this club kind of bone. So do you want to start with like a cube or a cylinder? Because could I get away with that trying to make a cylinder? I don't know. I feel like a cube might be still perfectly fine for something like this. I need to change the scale a bit, sure. You know, I probably shouldn't have been like messing around, just move it straight up. And then change the scale. Okay, so how do I do this? We can subdivide and subdivide to get the shape, and then we can... I know there's a way to smooth this into a sphere. I mean, that's kind of like close enough, right? Just smooth it down. And do something resembling a sphere. And then it kind of turns into that. Because we kind of need to like get a combination of these together, but like we can't do that. I don't want to boolean, right? The entire point is to make this not like that. So thank you. Go ahead and take this like around here. And extrude out. I'm just going to extrude out and scale it up. Extrude out again. Right, and then maybe add a cut into here. Then we need to take like half of this. Even like not even that half. To take that much. And then scale that up and then out. Then do the same thing for the other side. Scale that up and then out. And then might even need to do it for here as well. Oops. Or maybe not even that outer part, just this part, like scale that and pull it out, scale it up. Maybe you did want to do that. This needs to be pushed out. So now we have that, and then we just go ahead and grab faces beneath it. Maybe about there. We want to go like further. I guess maybe you want to go further. Possibly even like that. And then extrude that down to like there. Take everything, just smooth it up and scale it down. Just gonna grab that and move it down. Scale that on the Y and like smooth that out. Can probably just keep it like that. We do need to cut this into several pieces to be able to get some action on there. I think we can just like sculpt this. Turn smooth back down though. And just like sculpt this down. Really need that to get shrunk down faster. Come on. Flip this around. There, that's pretty okay. I'm just gonna smooth the bottoms too. Then get blob and like blob out some sides, strength down because that was like too reactive. Looks like we might want to have this all blob down the center of that, but it needs to be much smaller. We'll be able to see the lines there. I think what you actually need to do is grab a crease and crease into that. Crease into here maybe as well. Get some creases in there as well, just like randomly. That one's like much easier just to like quickly do. I mean, technically could try to get these creases more into here so that really sticks out. Smooth that a bit just so it's not too harsh. Shade smooth, generate subdivision. There we go. Give it the bone treatment as well. Just Bone material. I misspelled that. Bone mat. That should be looking fine now. Set of origin geometry. So we have this leg bone here as well, alongside the rib cage. Let me just delete these, because I don't need them anymore, right? Now an arm bone is going to be something completely different. Like, oof, not that. Actually, you know, I'm not going to be making those, so not that either. Second, where are the other bones? Upper arm, that's what I'm looking for. Let's get rid of the hands. We're not making hands, we're not making kneecaps. Ribcage, what you did. Pelvis, I'll still keep thinking about you, but I'm probably not going to. Yeah, we want the upper arms. That's still considered Q, but why is it in this thing? So where is this at? Where it's supposed to be? Ribs. Leg bone. Get out of that. Oh, I don't need this anymore because I have the whatchamacallit. So this is kind of just a lame piece? Question mark. You could like literally do the same thing I just did. I might even just like modify one of the leg bones and not be bothered with that. I kind of want to rotate it this way. And then that as well. I'm just going to sculpt. Just kind of like change it. So, and increase blob on the sides here. Both ways. Maybe above as well. Harsh crease down the middle. And then possibly blob this out and smooth that down. Because we're gonna like heavily smooth this. I'd even just take some liberties and leave it like that. Like just get like a small blob out and pull that out, smooth it. Yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna add more blob to this and smooth it. Crease. Decent creasing in there. Just like flattening for that. And maybe smooth here. Go, that's perfectly fine. Rotate that back. It doesn't really matter how it's facing. Yeah, there we go. Another bone already complete. You can die now. Upper leg bone. Oh, this is what I was thinking of. That had like a weird look to it. This one's like even easier, I'm gonna duplicate you. Because we can just keep the bottom of this new one, but then inflate it heavily on both sides again. So just make it look like the original top, but we're just doing the opposite and we just smooth that out. Having a really hard time increasing in size. Smooth this out. I think it's having a hard time because there isn't enough faces there to allow it to do that. The curve needs to like be more naturally going down there. Something like that. And then we probably just come in here and like do a big smooth fest, especially there. But then we come to the top and blob this out. I might even just grab the snake tail and then grab that and do that. Probably want that to not be crooked like that, though. Causes that stuff like the tip to freak out. I can't even grab it now. Smooth it down, then you can just blob it back up to try to fix any issues that happen. Now we need to fill this other side in like this. Smooth that up, but then like severely blob that out. I might even go into edit to just properly do this. Here. I'm just gonna grab the center of that. Oh, increasing that by 1 didn't really do what I wanted it to do. There we go. Yeah, we're just going to extrude and then scale that up and pull it back. Just scale that out. Rotate that. We're going to slice into that again. Go back into sculpt mode and try to fix how it looks. Do need to crease in here though. Back up. Then we need to re-inflate this. Drag this up, not out or anything. Let's go ahead and blob here because I see there's some weird stuff happening back here, so blob that up, then take a crease and slice into that. That's getting weird. I can just live with that. Yeah, this up over here is just feels weird because this is not out that way. I can just live with that messy look that we just threw together. Yeah, this needs to be like pulled out. I think there just isn't enough faces there. Yeah, there's not enough faces. Can live with that. Sure. Just accept that. Maybe inflate some of that just so it's not so harsh. There we go. Got another bone in there. And then what else do we want? I mean, again, the pelvis is like not no. I mean, look at this complicated thing you have to do. So that's a no, but how would I do it? Probably another UV sphere and just cut out the pieces like this, you know, 2 holes. Well, this wouldn't even be a hole, it'd be an indent, just like a hole here. Possibly make this a separate piece. To the pelvis. Then the collarbone. To have the spine. The spine is technically easy if you can just create the vertebrae to begin with. Now, is the vertebrae going to be a square or a cylinder? That would be the best thing to do with that. Cylinder you can just pull out in like 3 different directions and then actually be fine. So I might just try a cylinder first off instead. So add cylinder. Just gonna just move that up there. Scale that down. Edit it. Probably has enough size already. Just add a bunch of cuts in there. Okay. I'm just gonna remove the top and bottom of this to help out right now. And then let's look at the side. I think I might want to grab these 2 and then these 2. And extrude scale. The X? Why are you not? That's weird. Median points. Scale. No. Extrude. Then scale. Then X. Just push that out. And then we can do the same thing for the back as well. Just extrude that outwards. Maybe I'd already give it a little help by doing that. The side wings are doing weird stuff as well. Probably should have modified them before messing around with the other thing. Don't really want to have these either. Just gonna remove that. So with that, we're gonna scale them down. I didn't even need them to go that far actually, because they don't do that. So let me just go here, grab this, scale that up, and same thing on the bottom. Scale this down. And that's not scaling, I'm extruding it down. And then we could just fill this back in. Perhaps. Then it's just a matter of possibly sculpting it in the right way. Sculpt. And like grabbing here, pulling that out, smoothing the corner here and there, taking that and like bending it in. Question mark. And we also need to shrink this at some point too. Smooth that out, but you know you don't want that to be hourglassed. And you smooth this out, just smooth all that to a point. Same thing there, hourglass that. Edit, take the whole thing and then scale it down. Sculpt. And then, we need to make sure that's like bleeding together. Also, this is a funny shape. It's not just that, so it's like that. Then you can concave that maybe. And then, does not have a bottom? Why can't I grab the bottom of this? Oh, it doesn't have any faces, that's why. My bad. Forgot that faces to it. So you can have that jutting out. Then they move that in like that. Little elephant looking thing. And these are actually sticking, so we can reverse blob here. Do that on the other side to cave that whole section in to create that shape. Shade smooth, but we need to get to the top of this and add a face in there. And there. And then you just literally just come in here, scale this down to like there. Just gonna rotate it, and then just duplicate it like 1,000 times. Like put it in there. They all need to be like different sizes though. Question mark. So like duplicate that. Scale it down just a little bit. This needs to be like straight there, and then like forward. And then once you actually get all these in, you can just actually modify them after the fact. Just one of those annoying, tedious things of having to constantly come in here and like duplicate another one, and then duplicate another one, and then another one. It just gets like tiring, right? So let me just... Actually, what would be easier is delete that. Just duplicate this. Duplicate that, and duplicate that, like that, and just keep that like that. I might just select all of this stuff and scale it bigger. Then I think you just take everything, then scale. I need this to be maybe individual origins, like scale, cut the bottom one, scale, cut the bottom one, and then scale, like that though. will be eventually a problem because it is getting too small too quickly. As you can see, they're way too small already. Now let me just like undo that. 'Cause I'm scaling not correctly, I think. Individual origins, scale them on their own Z's. Like scaling them up on their Z's. And then remove the bottom one and then scale them down on their Z. And not any of the other stuff. You just do like on the Z for a while and then on everything. I don't know. I don't know how I got it to look so nice over here. Again, it's been like years since I had done those. These are supposed to be pretty small. But yeah, it's been like, it might as well have been like a decade since I made that skeleton. Again, it was like early in my 3D modeling career, but it doesn't mean that I can't make something look as nice today as I could back then. It's just I'm trying to make this low poly-ish. Low poly with like less faces. It's like this. You can see how dense this is in comparison to what I just did here. This I could probably make even less dense than I made it, but you can just see how ugly the topology of these are and how dense they are. There's just too much going on there. I need to like make sure these are fine because they're kind of getting out of hand now. You scale you on the Z, move you up, scale you on the X now though. Their X is increased. Scale on the X and Z, then scale, just scale in everything on this one basically, just more X. I think up here I just got too small too fast as well. Oh my god, just get up there. There we go, but now we need to curve the spine, which I think I kind of just did with yeah, like joining everything. Like once I got it down to this, like join and then sculpt, and then I just did like that and then like that, which then also automatically like modifies the skull, the spine to be the right shape that you want it to look like. Never like that. There we go. That's fine. Again, doesn't need to be fancy, it just needs to be quick. Is there anything else that spine? This is like, is it like, well, that's a leg bone. This is a arm, right? Is there arm or another leg bone? I don't know. Let's just say arm bone, and then this should be an arm bone too as well. So we have an arm bone, with 2 arm bones, a leg bone, some ribs, and a spine. And we need to add the bone material to the spine. I'm going to scale on that as well. Location, I'm just going to set back to origins. Get the spine in there. Scale, 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 scale. This needs to be increased. This needs to be just decreased. I don't remember how big this should be. So like there. Is this like how big these bones should be? Question mark. Because I don't actually remember. Yeah, that's probably fine. Like that. Let's just turn on the rendering to see if they look fine with the texture that I gave them. I mean, yeah, kind of, but then it's also a bit much at the same time with how that is. So the bump needs to be changed, I think, to be on the noise. Yeah, on the noise. This needs to be like 150 maybe, so that it's not as messed up. 200 even with these guys. Yeah, like 200 even maybe. Are you using a different material? No, I just didn't see the dots get lowered on that or not. What about the scars? Was it using UV for the scar? No, it's just generated in object. You just aren't seeing any of the cracks on these ones for some reason. You can kind of see them. This is just like where the black is, I guess. Right there we go. We got some bones. Assortment of bones today. Let me actually try to assort them. Let's move over here, and then like that. Rib cage in the corner. Spine. Spine up here. Everyone's gonna be like on my channel, be freaking out like, oh, what is wrong with this guy? Why is he like just creating bones and skeletons and whatnot now? Like, what happened to him just making a table, huh? If that's what you think, you have not been to my Instagram and seen the stuff that I make sometimes. Question mark. There, let's just move the camera over. Yeah, that looks pretty okay. I think I can live with that as like a thumbnail. I just zoom in a bit. Like that. And turn that off. Yeah, we are good. I think I just need to move these into the actual like collection, proper collection. And then delete the punk. Collection. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Say cuties. Thanks for watching. Remember to buy my stickers, to think about becoming a member, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because we're working on watch time and subscribers. And don't forget we have a throne now as well, and shout out to the members, EmmyStarr, RaleyDrew, and Alexgkiller 880. Happy cuties. Thanks for watching. Tune to the next episode. Like, subscribe, hype, and comment. You know the do. See ya.